Welcome to Do This, Not That, the podcast for marketers. We share quick tips, things you can do right now, and then we add a little bit of chaos at the end of every episode. We also keep it short, like this intro. Let's check it out. We are back for What's Up This Week from the Do This, Not That podcast. This is our short episode where we break down what's going on in marketing and business and life, and then we still have our other episodes later in the week. So what is going on? So we really need to lock in, and I have something specific to share on some new data from SEMrush about how to show up in these Google AI overviews. Doesn't matter you're a business, consumer, nonprofit, marketer, doesn't matter. Because according to new data from Bar Chart, 25 to 30% of all searches now on Google are now triggering these Google AI overviews, and it's only growing. Now, here's the thing that was wild that just got released by SEMrush just now. It's this idea of the 7-time multiplier. What does that even mean? So basically, queries, when someone goes to Google now and they ask a question with 8+ words in the question to Google, the likelihood of that triggering an AI overview goes up by 7x. Now, here's the thing. That is now what we are doing on Google. There are over 1 billion monthly voice searches, all right? We used to go to Google and say, plumber in my area. But now, because we're getting trained with all the different AI tools all over the place, ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini, whatever, when we go to Google, we're asking it in this human way. Like, hey, this pipe burst in my home. It's on the 2nd floor. I don't know what to do. Can you help me out? It's these really elongated human tone questions. So what is the big thing and how we're going to win, and the trick that I'm going to show you to show up in those AI overviews, is that you can be the tiniest little company and you could beat out the biggest companies if you play the game right. And the reason I say that is Bright Edge just now also released data, okay, that there is an 83% non-overlap in what the Google AI reviews are spitting out versus the normal search results. Meaning, when you go to Google now and you ask it one of these very human type questions that we're all doing now, okay, the results that show up in the AI overviews are not from any of the companies or brands or things that are on the first page of the normal Google search results listings. So if you create your content, if your offers are named in a certain way, if your blog posts are named in a certain way, if your podcast titles are named in a certain way, if your social posts are named in a certain way, the likelihood of you showing up in the AI overviews goes up exponentially, and you could beat out all the big guys. What does that mean? So on your website, in your offers, in your whatever, let's talk some B2B examples first. Instead of your stuff saying things like best CRM for real estate, you want to have it say, how do I automate lead flow follow-ups for a 5-person agency without hiring an assistant? You want to do what's called scenario marketing now, right? Or if you're in cybersecurity, instead of having all of your content and your webinars and all of your stuff say things like manage detection and response trends, it should be titled and named things like, what should my IT team do first if we suspect ransomware breach at 2 a.m.? This is a very human tone. And that is what AI, all the platforms are looking for, but specifically these AI overviews that Google is looking for. And this is how you could beat the big guys. And it's the same thing on the consumer side. Instead of just saying best kitchen faucets 2026, it's how do I fix a leaky double handle kitchen faucet without calling a plumber? Or instead of Florida vacation spots, you want to have on your site, on your offers, on your podcast titles, on your blog posts, on your resources page, instead of saying Florida vacation spots, it would say quiet, kid-friendly beach towns in Florida where we don't need a rental car. Now you're saying to yourself, well, I don't even know. What are these bizarro questions for my industry or for my segment? Simple. Go to Gemini, go to ChatGPT, and really what you want to do is ask it for the frustrated customer prompt. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but something along the lines of you ask AI, you say, act as a market researcher analyzing raw customer data. I want to find the exact human language people use when they're frustrated or confused about, and then you put in your business category, whatever it is. So, what is the human language questions that people use when they're frustrated about or confused about? And then you put in your category. And then you could even go further and say, imagine the user is typing a long, rambling question into the search bar because they don't know the professional terms for their problem. Please provide 10 examples of these long tail, natural questions. This is how you win right now. Super easy stuff to do. All right, let's pivot. World Data Research came out with some data, and I think we all need to factor in right now. 2026 is over. Okay, as of March 31st. So when it switches to April 1, whether you're a business marketer or consumer marketer, you need to get out all the 2026 out of your marketing stuff. You cannot be leading come April 1st the 2026 trends for whatever, the 2026 outlook for whatever, the 2026 fashion trends for whatever. You can't do that. We're in it. Okay, we're in it. It actually will depress your performance if you are leaning into 2026 anything. Go into your marketing automation streams, pull it out, pivot on the consumer side to things about the spring or about the summer. That's great. That will work incredibly well. On the business side, pivot to Q2 outlook, Q3 outlook, but you cannot lead with 2026 forecast trends, outlook garbage. It is over. It will actually start to pull down your performance. All right. Before we get into the ridiculous portion of this podcast, I want to let you know about Knack. They're the sponsor of this episode. I love Knack, Knak. Now, why do I love Knack? About 5 years ago, I had all these team members that knew how to code email. It was taking forever for our email designs to get out the door and our landing page designs. We moved over to Knack. It is a no-code platform for email design creation, landing page design creation. You don't need to know how to code anything. And they have an AI stuff now. You can just talk to it and it makes it for you. And it's leveraging all of the leading tactics that you could possibly try. If you want to speed up your email landing page process, if you want to cut down on costs, I'm telling you, go to knack.com, knak.com/demo. That is knak.com/demo. I use this for all the thousands of campaigns that we do. Knack rocks. All right, let's get into the ridiculous portion of this podcast. All right, I know it's a few days old now, but I need to get it out. We all know this now. The Bachelorette, okay, with Taylor Frankie Paul has been canceled. This is a good thing. ABC made a good decision. That show should not have aired. She did some horrible stuff, but I'm here to make a proclamation, an announcement, okay? Many of you may know I'm Batch Nation. I've seen every season of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Golden Bachelor, Golden Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise. I've seen them all for 20 plus years. And I'm here to tell you, I think Batch Nation is over. I think it is over, and Love Island is eating its lunch. That doesn't mean I won't watch if they bring back The Bachelor. I love Jesse Palmer, but I think it's over. Sorry. What's not over, though, I went to the movies this weekend, and I saw Project Hail Mary, the movie. I read the book. The book was awesome. The movie was awesome. This is a great movie. My wife liked it, and she doesn't even like sci-fi. Great movie. And another huge announcement for me is that normally I always get snow caps. Okay. I always get snow caps, but this time I got Junior Mints, and I'm here to tell you, Junior Mints are my new go-to. I've been sleeping on Junior Mints. And you can leave it in the comments or the reviews. I need to know, what is your go-to at the movies, because I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like there's a category of things I'm not eating. Junior Mints is it. Speaking of movies, this is exciting. Look, this collab, I don't even know if you call it a collab, but The Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out in May. And they just announced The Devil Wears Prada 2 that they're going to be having at the movie theaters at AMC and Regal and Cinemark, when you go, the option to get a Devil Wears Prada 2 purse as your popcorn bag. And it looks like a legit red purse with the little Devil Wears Prada logo on it. And you could fill your popcorn in this purse. That thing is going to be all over social media. Why do I want one? I don't know, but I do want one. And that's going to be cool. Another sequel is coming out that I'm on the fence about. Did you see that Dirty Dancing 2 is in the works? Now, I love Dirty Dancing. Patrick Swayze, love that guy. How do you do Dirty Dancing 2 without Patrick Swayze? And Jennifer Grey is going to be in it. She's going to be reprising her role as Baby. Remember her, Frances or Baby, whatever they called her. Love Jennifer Grey. I don't know if you've seen her. She looks radically different. She did a lot of changes to herself. Good for her. You do you if you want to change how you look. But you would not know her. If you had to pick her out of a lineup, you would not know that Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing. If you haven't seen her since the movie, you wouldn't know it's her. So we got Jennifer Grey not looking like herself. We got no Patrick Swayze. I go, I don't know if we need this reboot. Do we need this reboot? I don't know. What I do know is that you're awesome. So a couple things. Number one, jschwedelson.com. I want to work with you. I work with some of the coolest brands on the planet, business and consumer. I want to help you reimagine your marketing. I want to give you all the latest tactics, tips, whatever. On the top right-hand corner on jschwedelson.com, there's a button that says partner. Hit me up. I want to do stuff with you. And then secondly, share this with a friend. Tell them this is the worst podcast. Tell them to send this to enemies and say, I listen to this podcast. It's awesome. And then your enemies will listen to it. And then you say, that podcast really stinks. No, hopefully you don't think it stinks. But anyway, appreciate you being here. And we'll see you at the next one. Later. Wait. The party is not over. Go to jschwedelson.com because I want to do stuff with you. I want to partner with you. When you click on the button, Partner with Jay, you let me know what you got going on. Work with my agency, work with me directly, get access to all of my free resources at jschwedelson.com. And I got a book coming out this April. It's called Stupider People Have Done It, and all of the net proceeds are going to the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Go on Amazon, buy Stupider People Have Done It. That way you can help kick cancer's butt with me. And if this podcast wasn't the worst podcast you've ever listened to, it might have been, leave it a review, follow the show. You are awesome. Go out there and crush it.